How you doing? BJ here. We're in the garage. Today we're going to talk about TransTint dyes. I'm going to show you the ratio that I use. I get my dyes from a place called Clean Pores here. Clean Pores, woodworking shop, Hickory, North Carolina. I've never had a problem with this place. They've always shipped. They always back everything up. If I've ever had an issue, I can call there and tell them what my problem is, and they'll patch me through the specialists. Nothing but the greatest service. I just wanted to throw that out there. So the measurements, the ratio, and I always use, all I've ever used is denatured alcohol. Works the best for me. It smells good. And you want to make sure your shop is ventilated. Right now we're going to move through this quickly, so I'm not as worried. But when I'm working with the stuff, I have the back door open up, the garage door up a little bit, and I can keep the place ventilated, so I'm okay. So a whole bottle will do 2 quarts. So what I'm going to do is, I'm running a little low on this stuff. I'm going to do, usually I do a cup to a teaspoon and a half. Today I'm going to do a half cup to 3/4 of a teaspoon. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through these. I'm going to put half cup, and then I'm going to go ahead and throw some dye in, mix it, and move to the next one. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to lower the camera so you can kind of get a look of what I'm doing. And we'll go from there. Let's see how this. I always screw up on camera, so we'll see what happens anyways. So let's get you down, get you over, get you right there up to the mix, right up to the mix. Okay, that looks decent. So let's get through this. Like I said, I probably usually screw up. Oh yeah, gloves are a must. I wear eye protection because I flicked some of this stuff before in the past, and it got on my cheek and just missed my eyes, and it was just the second I poured a little too much. Let's see if we're gonna screw this up on camera. No, we're okay. We're okay. And you don't have to be that bad about it, but obviously you can see how I am, the way I store the stuff and the way I do things. I'm very anal with and I'll explain that because I just like to have the way I do things, try to be consistent. So I kind of want mine as close as possible, and that is close enough. So I'll just add that in. Since I'm doing this, I'm just going to go ahead and pour the next one. I'll put that in front of this one like this. We'll grab this. And I just put little pinholes in these. So when you do it, if you do it too bad, it'll just. I like to just right there, to the top, and I even give it a little stir. Stir it around because I just try to get it off the spoon. And I've watched videos where I saw someone just pouring this stuff right to the rag, and whatever, you can do that if you want. I really don't do stuff like that up in here. Try to be consistent. And if I'm going to screw up, I screw up consistent myself too. So, and then I just give it a little stir. Let me just go ahead. I'm very hyper, so put the top back on this. Come over here with this rag. Get a little, you wipe this stuff off a little bit. You kind of should have. I probably should have done the yellow first, but this dye isn't. You want to be careful with the yellow because it's such a light color. So you just wipe everything down. And what I do is, whenever I'm messing with stuff and I'm dyeing things, I'll put cheap gloves over these gloves because I use a magic eraser as an applicator. Again, the guy at Clean Pores recommended that. It's really worked out well for me. but you can bleed the two together. So whenever I'm spreading the dye. So let's just go ahead and move along. Let's try to get here. So. That, you notice I didn't stir so much because with the yellow you can't even see what's going on there. You kind of wonder when you're putting it on stuff how light it is. It's just so light. We'll go with the purple here and I'll try to see how it is because I'm a lefty. The problem that I'm having is I'm probably blocking the camera with my forearm. I shouldn't cut her still. Bartender, he's lucky. That was definitely over pour. You'll notice that sometimes between the red and the Bordeaux and the coffee brown and the black, it's kind of, sometimes you're looking at this like, which one is this? Which one is that? So what I try to do is, trust me, I still get confused is, I went to the dollar store. I put little pieces of wood and I put the tint on there so I get an idea of what it is. But I also was cheap, went to the dollar store, got these because they're $1.25. They're not the $4 ones that you get. You do not want to shake these. Just take it easy, my friend. Just relax. When you're around this stuff, you take it easy because you can have an accident quite quickly. I have gotten the dye on me before. It's not just a little bit. It's not bad, but I wouldn't want to get the concentrate on me or something like that. Just always like to check the footage, make sure. I have a feeling when I'm doing this, my hand's probably in the way. Double check. Whoops. See that spurt? That little spit right in there, but it's black. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. But just like to try and don't put another one in. But it really wouldn't be that bad because every time I'm on camera, I'm always screwing something up. So if that's the worst screw up I do, then I can't really complain because I've made some major screw ups. They did send me one of these one time that was ruptured and it leaked. I took a picture and sent it to them. Boy, they sent me a new shipment out of everything that was damaged. And I was able to salvage one. I mean, I was able to salvage some of one. But great people. You know, I can't, again. On Amazon, I think the stuff they get you for $30 for one of these, and where I was telling you Clean Porters was $22. So it's definitely, if you're looking at getting this stuff, which I recommend, I really dig this stuff more than you can imagine. We never really want that. We have a contaminant, but it's just okay. We'll just stick you right there for now. Lucky we found you. We're not gonna worry about it. We're not gonna get upset. We're gonna keep rolling with the punches. It's not like it's a master cylinder brakes on a car. I don't have to worry about a bunch of little flakes or something. At least not yet. The reason why I brought that up was a long time ago when I used to work on cars. Someone came in with a brake cylinder, the master cylinder. They had lost the cap and they shoved a rag down their brake cylinder. And they wanted to know why they didn't have brakes. And it was like, well, your brake fluid ate the rag away, and there's only part of the rag, and the rest of the rag went out through the whole system. And sir, you might as well just take your car on out of here right now because you ain't want to know what's going to cost for that. I believe it was a long time ago. That's why I brought it up. Made me think of that for a second. When you're moving this stuff around, make sure you have your gloves on. Just put it nice and you're gonna go there. You're gonna go there. This over, bring this down. stuff. I mean, I'm not a stain person. I really love the natural color of wood. But what it does, man, it really does some cool stuff to some cheaper woods. Especially if you apply the black or the coffee brown, and then you sand it out a little bit. It gets deep in the grain, and you add another tint to it, or even a clear coat. You're like, whoa, I can't believe it looks this good. Time, do not shake this around. And you can keep little jars, like I save little jars also. But I just like this concept. I'll explain how I'll store it right at the end. I'll only have two more. See if we can get another half cup out of this last. I'll bring it over to you. Okay, we got a half cup. We're going to do the green and the coffee brown, and we're done. Yeah, I keep jars. I just haven't used this stuff with jars. Usually, sometimes when I'm messing with a bunch of solvents, I like to keep the rags and everything I use in a jar, and I bring it outside and I let them sit on concrete. Just in case. What you do is when you have fires in wood shops, it's because usually you're messing with solvents and you're cleaning up your shop and you're throwing sawdust and everything all together in a garbage can and you walk away. You kind of just need to think a little bit about what you're doing. You know, some people can go 30 years without having a fire, and it's not good. Fire is not. It's not good. Of course, I don't think I'm gonna get a half cup out of this. Yep, you know what I did. You know what I'm doing on. I think we'll be okay. Be okay with that. But let's get an idea of what we got going on. Oh yeah, it's. As a matter of fact, that's a half cup. But I went light on the green. We're okay. Oh, you know what? Let me put this one back. This goes here. That was the one that's unopened. This was the freebie I got. Put that here. This was the damaged one. So this one is. Oops. It's okay. So, close this up. So, what I do now is kind of get the camera rolling still. Just take this, put this in here. I take this coffee brown because it's damaged. It's got more holes. And if I put this here like this, I put this, I put these in. Boom, 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 there, there, and then I put this in like this. And I can kind of get those in a circle right there first. And then I close this. That way it's tight. This to the side. Then I grab this. Lift you up, bring you over, tilt you down, glue this box together. I use the trans dyes actually. It's kind of just like a little milk probably in a day. This is kind of a replica of that. Just keep this stuff right here. I'm not going to go into this. I don't need this. So put this right here. Then that goes up on the shelf. Yeah. That's how I mix that. That's how I mix things up. That's the ratio. Trying to figure that was a little difficult at first. Looking at videos, trying to figure out what trans dyes. I love the stuff. I'll make videos on the side. I love the stuff. Anyways, that's it. That's everything. I hope you have a nice day. You enjoy yourself, and take care.